So I was acting on stage with my students and so on. I would be invited as the escort on the seniors ball, etc. by
Escort,
students.
senior, I mean,
The partner
we
of
were-
a student, you know.
yeah, I
Okay?
mean, we were talking about the height earlier.
Yung pala, then that's what, actually before that, I had a best friend who taught me how to smell the flowers. So at that time, when I got my paradigm shift at that point, height didn't bother me anymore because then I realized Napoleon Bonaparte was even shorter, or even Jose Rizal was even shorter. So, but that was a start, no? But wasn't the full thing yet. I quit law after 2.5 years.
So when did you really start this entrepreneurship?
Only when, maybe a few years ago, there was a time when I was still with the group. I was with the group for 20 years. And that was a training company.
Right.
And I thought I was supposed to be one of the owners, but it turned out I was not.
Right.
No? So it turned out I was still an employee in a way.
A talent, something.
And yes, I was doing a lot of training programs, designing them, marketing them, and so on. And then, at some point, I wanted to be on my own. But every time I thought there was a door opening, something would happen that, that would not happen, that my being on my own. So, and then I had a big bang in my life, which
Okay,
I
now
think you read about there.
Let's talk about that, the Big Bang thing. I think
Big Bang.
it's important for us to be very, very candid about this, because you were an IQ guy, and then suddenly I think you are now the EQ guy. What was that Big Bang?
It was Big Bang. Some people say it's a big. In a program, when I say the Big Bang,
that they,
it's now. There's a candy now. I realize.
It's a
I buy it
chocolate
in the
thing,
gas.
bar.
Yeah, in the gas. Yeah, small gasoline stores. No, a Big Bang. And so maybe Richard can come up with a candy like that. And it was a Big Bang, meaning an explosion. First of all, that eventually became the universe. So in my case, it was an explosion in my life that made me go down talagang deep, as in deep in debt. And I'm not talking only 10,000 pesos. It was deep in like 6 digits. And I'm not talking only 100,000, pare. It was such a deep explosion that I had to ride jeepneys all over again.
Well, you
I had 2 cars that time already, and I had to sell both, and so on and so forth. And it was basically a personal relationship situation. And then it had to break apart. But the point was that now, on hindsight, you realize life is relationships.
Right.
And wherever you are. And the point is that relationship situation affected everything else in my life, including financial situations.
Right, exactly.
So therefore, together with the relationship breakdown, the financial breakdown also happened and everything else.
So parang nagbo-boomerang na yan or something, like a domino?
Kinda, yes, because so I rode jeepneys again, and then I had to pay my big 6-digit debt in time, and
Right.
and that was when I realized that when I was earn a few months after that, I would earn so much, and then I realized more than 50% of that would go to just paying the debt to survive. No,
Did you expect it? I mean,
no.
You did not have any clue that
I didn't have any inkling it would happen. Although I had my Big Bang, let's say when I got separated when I was 30. I got separated. Then had another relationship, and then that was the Big Bang. That other relationship ended.
So what do you think happened? I mean, right now people are seeing you, signing these books, doing these seminars. Look at you. I mean, it seems to be fun. It is really fun.
Yeah.
When you do those trainings and seminars. So what do you think happened in between? In between the time that you suppose that you're okay, but it turned out that you're not.
What happened? Well, let's say first of all, in the Big Bang happening, I realized it happened because of one simple reason, which I think causes the Big Bang of many other people: arrogance. Arrogance. My middle initial is Abakan, but I jokingly say, well, for 50 years it was arrogance. And then, of course,
did you know that you are an arrogant person during
that time? I had the sense of it, of course, yes, because I was so IQ oriented.
Right.
So I would only choose the friends I
wanted. Why be
wanted.
arrogant in the first place?
Why be? I didn't know, because I thought that was my makeup in my behavior, and because I attended inner self workshops after that, because I had to pause, and then had to listen to myself and learn to feel, and the inner self workshops taught me that, well, among other things, I had not valued feeling, and which is why there are more men in psychiatric wards than there are women, by the way.
Right.
And then brought us a little boy, you're told not to cry and so on. But at the same time, I was a youngest child for 7 years. So parang I was so self-centered and so on. But I was very arrogant in the sense that I would look down on people who didn't have as high an IQ as I did.
Oh my God.
And you're going to start, but that if you don't finish college, you don't have a degree,
Right.
you don't have anything to contribute. That was how bad I was. Now I realize everyone has value, definitely. Everyone has value. So
it took you 50 years to realize those things.
yeah, it was meant to be.
Okay, I think that more wisdom coming from Dr. Dups would be, well, one is the coach with EQ. And then there's another one, watch your English. Now this one is kind of technical. Ito kayo lahat, no?
Yeah, I have 10 books so far. I've written 10 books.
Right,
the writing
for
thing.
results.
And the latest, yeah.
This is the latest, no?
Laugh last.
And last. Yeah. How to be what, like, para hindi ka agad mamatay? Laugh and last.
Yeah, notice the blurb over here. There says more than just jokes. I have jokes in there definitely that you can use even for your training programs, Lloyd. But I talk about humor. I talk about humor in that book.
Right.
And humor being one of the secrets of being alive in a healthy way.
Right.
Because humor is still the best medicine without any side effects.
Okay. Dr. Dups, bago kita pakawalan one-on-one,
Sure.
I'm going to ask you your take on the photo of the week.
My take on the photo
so
of the week.
So, we'll be flashing the photo of the week. Maybe create some dialogue.
Dialogue, okay. You know, now that I see this close, I see the lady on the left having a little smile, I think. Parang umingiti siya, tama ba? So para bagang siguro, I take these two as very positive in their outlook in spite of their having to line up for, I suppose, water.
Right.
Tapos siguro, dialogue ng isa is, alam mo, sabi niya siguro sa isa, mahirap pa tayo, pero alam mo, talagang magsikap lang tayo, okay lang tayo sa buhay. Kasi walang tubig. Minsan naman talaga, okay din yung ma-experience mo hindi naliligo para ma-appreciate mo anong feeling pag naliligo ka. When you get to value water, di ba, more. Di ba before bottled water, we didn't have any such things.
Right.
And then you realize now water has to be bought.
Exactly.
So you have to value everything talaga and everyone in life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dups Delos Reyes. When we return, our guests take on very challenging iPad questions. Plus, see them doing the consequence of being our guest in our game of the week. No changing of channel, please. Stick with GNN.